Skinny, 108-point win over the Lions on Saturday in the NEAFL. Really good to get on the board.
Yeah, it was our first win for the year, so it was a good start for our day. We had a really good start to the game. I think we kept them goalless till half time, and we kicked about 12 or 13 goals ourselves. So we were able to get the game played on our terms pretty early, and we had an enjoyable day with lots of guys who put their hand up for senior selection and showed improvement, which was a good result.
What was the message after the game? Were you 100% happy with the result?
Oh, look, there's always room for improvement, but we were pleased. If you said we were going to go there and have that result, we would have taken that every day of the week. So we walk away and look at the guys who improved and put their hand up for selection. And when you have a result like that, most players play well. So there's a lot of positive things to review with the players this week.
Really good team effort, but some standout individual performances. Jared Grant, firstly, lively up forward.
Yeah, he kicked 7 goals. He was a real threat in the air and on the ground, so took a couple of really good contested marks, and he just kept bobbing up in the right spots. And he was really dangerous, and he's going to put his name up for senior selection with performances like that.
Luke Russell, 35 touches and really polished throughout the day.
Yeah, his offense was terrific. His run and carry was really strong, and we don't have metres gained as a stat at NEAFL level, but it was a really strong game where he ran, had a lot of bounces and kicked the ball well, and he also hit the scoreboard, so he's another one who's put his name up for selection.
Seb Tape, obviously you know what you're going to get with him, really hard at the footy, but he had plenty of it as well.
Yeah, he was hard as a cat's head, Sebby. He really drove the standard around the contest in terms of attack on the ball and the opposition, and he was terrific. 31 possessions, and just made the opposition earn everything that they got when he was in the area. So another really good midfield performance from Seb.
Peter right up forward, 3 goals, right around the ground, took a lot of contested marks as well.
Yeah, he spent probably 30% in the ruck this week as well, and took a lot of marks around the ground. So the week before we thought Pete dropped a few marks that he really needed to take, but I thought he rectified that this week. 11 marks and 4 or 5 shots on goal. So it was a solid game from Pete. We expect him to post those numbers at that level because he's a really good player at that level. So he's another one who's keeping pressure on the players in the seniors.
Speaking of the ruck, Dan Curry had another good performance.
Yeah, I think that was his best game for us, Big Dan. He was really physical, set the scene in terms of our spirit and our contest, along with Sebby Tape, and he took some nice marks around the ground as well, and found a bit more of the ball than he had been previous weeks. So another one who played really strong and was quite physical, and obviously he wanted a really good performance because he's coming. The senior team's playing the team he came from last week, so he wanted to put some pressure on Tommy Nichols and the selection at senior level.
There's probably a need for a key defender to step up this week. How would you rate the performance of Jack Leslie and Henry Shade?
Yeah, Jack was really strong. He's making some really good defensive decisions and his positioning, and he's actually he's launching some counter-attacks off his ability to mark the ball as it comes inside 50 rather than spoiling it all the time. So Jack played a really strong game. Henry Shade played well again as well, and a couple of our smaller defenders, Mackenzie Willis and Jesse Joyce, they're putting their hand up as well. They're just by playing some strong footy.
Townsville this week. What are you hoping to get out of that one?
We'd love to get another win, but also we want to continue to develop our players. We're going up to play GWS, so I've never been up to Townsville. Not sure about the ground and the conditions, but it'll be a good experience for our young guys. A couple of weeks ago we travelled to NT and we got found out in a few areas, so it's a good chance for us to get back on the horse and see what we've learnt.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.